Welcome to Purdue Extension in Floyd County, and I'm Janet Steffens. I'm the HHS educator here. And today we're going to talk about some uses for radishes. Sometimes we may harvest radishes from our garden, and we will get more than we know what to do with, and we can only use perhaps and give away so many. But I'm going to give you some ideas today for using radishes that you may not have thought of. First of all, you're going to cut off the end of the radish, and this green on this end of this radish has seen better days. However, there's no real use for that green part, so we're going to cut off the ends of both. And then what I have done is, what I'm going to do is cut a flat place right there so that I can hold the radish and keep it. My gloves are a little bit too big. Keeping my fingers back from the edge, I'm going to slice the radish as thinly as possible. And I have about 8 to 10 radishes sliced in this bowl in front of me. They're pretty big, so it makes a nice amount of radishes thinly sliced. While I'm slicing, there are some other things that you can do with radishes. Today we're making a salad with radishes and cucumbers. But you can also roast radishes in the oven with other vegetables. So all you have to do is cut the radishes, wash the radishes, cut them in quarters, put them on a baking sheet with other vegetables that you might want to roast, like carrots, broccoli, that sort of thing. Put a little cooking oil on it, a little salt and pepper, and roast it in the oven at 400 for about 30 minutes. But back to the salad that we're making. So we're going to make, we've cut up our radishes in the bowl, and you can see that they're thinly sliced. Now I'm cutting the ends off of a washed cucumber. Again, cucumbers are something that when you harvest them from your garden, we think of pickles, but there are actually many more things that you can do with cucumbers. So I'm going to cut these thinly. And they smell really delicious. And you can see that if you have large seeds in your cucumber, you may even want to split the cucumber lengthwise and scoop those seeds out. And I'll show you what that would look like if that is the case. When cucumbers are younger, like this one, there's not so much in the way of big seeds, but sometimes those big seeds can even be tough. So what we're going to do is just cut with the knife right along the edge, and then we're going to scoop out the seeds, and we'll discard those. And then we have a nice little hollowed out area, and we can cut up the rest of the cucumber. If you don't like the green part of the cucumber, simply peel it, and you can use a vegetable peeler or a knife to do that. So when you're cutting, you want to take your time, keep your fingers back from the knife. If you are a young cook, then always check with an adult before you go in the kitchen, and use sharp tools or use the oven. You may want to ask an adult to help you with that part of it, just to be safe. So we're going ahead and finishing cutting the cucumber in slices. And then the cucumbers are going to go in the bowl with the radishes. My knife's getting dull. All right. So we have a nice red and green color theme going here, and if you happen to have other produce from your garden that you want to include in this, go ahead and things like peppers or onions, go ahead and cut those up and include them. And then what we're going to do is add to this 2 tablespoons of olive oil and 2 tablespoons of any type of vinegar. I happen to have red vinegar here, red wine vinegar, but we're going to go ahead and add that over the top. And then salt and pepper to taste. I like to add a little bit of crushed red pepper. It's the type that you put on pizza if you happen to have some in the house. Sprinkle a little bit of that on to kind of give it a punch. And then some garlic powder, not garlic salt, but just some powdered garlic, about half a teaspoon. So I'm going to sprinkle that over our salad ingredients. And we're going to give it a stir to coat everything with the seasoning. And it smells great, looks pretty. And you have a nice side salad that you might not have thought of before. You're using radishes that have lots of vitamins and minerals, and food is not going to waste. So, one of the goals of growing food in your garden is to have food to eat and to not waste food. So you can see the pretty salad. If you happen to have some parsley or basil or something like that growing in your garden that you like, an herb, you can go ahead and chop that and put that right on top. And that is your radish and cucumber salad with a vinegar and oil dressing.